Welcome everyone to season 3, episode 6 of the Will Reads. Woo! Yay! Just waiting for the bestest show. Nice. Thank you, TK. Thank you.
You said we're season 3, episode 6.
So sweet.
Yeah.
I thought
Okay.
it was 5.
Does that sound right? 36?
That
thought
sounds
we were at
right.
3
'Cause I'm pretty
kitties.
sure. No, I thought you said 3.5 last week, so that makes
Yeah,
sense. But it's just like
36.
I can't believe we're already episode 6 in this season.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
we are
Six,
flowing through this.
We are. We're making our way
Yeah.
through. It's fun. Good times.
Are we?
Are we? Yeah, it's a big book. It's curvy.
We'll be in it for a minute.
We'll be in this book for quite some time. I think we'll finish it. Let's see. When does it look like we're gonna finish? May.
That's not too bad. I thought it was gonna be a lot longer than that.
No, it's like
Yeah, May is not bad. I can do
Mayish. That's if we don't take off nights or switch things around.
Oh
So
wow.
it might be June.
Now, how long have we been doing this podcast? When did we start?
We started in May of 2023.
Okay,
So
so this
year
May then
and a
will
half?
be our
Maybe 2 years.
2-year anniversary.
Years.
So
2 years.
very good. Okay.
Yeah. So
Congratulations.
it's we're still steadily growing. Yeah. Let me see.
It's not about the growth, it's about the passion.
It's about the passion. I just do that fun. So that's what I tell people all the time.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like it's about having fun. I don't really care.
Do something that you enjoy and everything else will just come along. But it's just about do something that you have fun doing, right?
Yeah. Let me see. I'm pulling up the analytics on it right now. Well, how many downloads are we up to? Our total
4.
analytics. 4. We've had 4 downloads.
4.
So let's see. All time. We've had, let's see, 6,000 streams of all time. Have 160 followers on Spotify, but that's not including Apple and everything like that. 2,000 consumption hours. That's not bad.
Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah.
I mean, look, we don't really like push advertising.
Yeah.
Right.
We're 52% female, 47% male. So
They tell you that?
yeah. Also, there's age breakdown too of our listeners. Like it's
No
our
kidding.
biggest category is between 28 and 34. But
That checks out.
2.8% is 60 plus, and then
I mean, because we cater
22-year-olds.
we cater to new
Mhm.
readers, right? I mean, I know that most of the
Okay.
people that participate in chat have probably read these books, but I mean, if you're like listening, I mean, I know I would probably listen in if I was a new reader,
Yeah.
versus somebody who's like read it like 14 times and
Yeah.
you just kind of want to feel like somebody else is reading along with them, right?
We got a new Cambodia's new listeners from Cambodia. So welcome,
Cool.
Cambodia.
Nice.
Yeah, so our biggest listening platform is Spotify, and then Apple Podcasts is number 2, and then Audible. Did I forget you can listen to podcasts on Audible? I always forget that.
Yeah, I forget that too until you say that, and I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah, you can.
They keep trying to push podcasts to me. They're like, you should listen to this, and I'm like,
But Spotify and Apple Podcasts are the 2 big ones, and that's
right.
And I think Google Podcasts shut down. I want to say
Did it? Okay, I was wondering what the Google platform is now for listening to podcasts. I know you can do it through YouTube. You can do it through YouTube Music. I know that.
Yeah.
But how many people subscribe to YouTube Music?
No. I mean, I have YouTube Premium just because I don't like ads.
See, that's the only reason I have it is I got YouTube Premium a long time ago. And YouTube shut your ears. For some reason, every time they've announced that they're going to do these price increases, even for legacy members, I've never had it happen to me. So I've been paying $7 a month since like the beginning of time. And I'm never going to shut down my account because it also gives me the premium, more drive space, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And I listen to YouTube Music as my music source versus like Spotify.
Sure. Yeah, I do too.
And you know how it is. You cultivate all your music so it knows you. It knows what to suggest and stuff. And I don't want to start over in another platform. It just knows me. I'm like, hey, YouTube, play my jams. And it just like,
yep,
I got you, Double.
Does its thing. Yeah, that and Alexa knows all my stuff. Just because she's just listening to me all the time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Say her name quietly. Otherwise, she'll the whole house will just perk up. Like, huh? What? I most definitely watch YouTube, so I can look at Dark Fern Allen in the eye.
Oh, that's unsettling.
That's
Too much eye contact.
I know that
Eye
deep eye
contact.
contact too, man.
Yeah, there you
look
go.
into a man's soul right there.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, no, we renamed all of our Alexas, so she doesn't go by Alexa in our house anymore.
Which is a good move because I mean, every time somebody on TV, like a YouTube video or something,
yeah.
they say it, I'm like, please stop triggering my devices.
Well, the problem is my daughter's name's Eliza, and it's too close.
Yeah, that's right.
So sometimes, like, I'll be like, yeah, Eliza, get your shoes on. How can I help you with shoes? Like, no, shut up. Like,
Do you want to order
not you.
pairs of shoes?
You shut up. I'm talking to my daughter.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, a pair of shoes just shows up on your
Yep,
doorstep.
shoes.
Yeah,
Added
and I
to
just
cart.
ordered shoes. Yeah,
Yup.
yeah, no. So, yeah, my kids haven't figured that trick out yet. That they can order stuff.
Oh, so I got the Google household here, and every time my niece
Mhm.
and nephew visit, they love how much automation I have in the house.
Mhm.
So like they tell Google to turn things off and turn things on and turn on timers and of course they're all trained. They know that every light in the house turns off generally at 10 o'clock, and that's their bedtime. So they will tell
yeah.
Google to turn lights back on and
Yeah.
stuff because they've gotten slick about it.
So Amazon used to have like a button that was connected to Alexa, so you could like program it to order something for you. So like my brother and sister-in-law had it for dog food. So whenever the dog food was low, there's a button next to the dog food. And they just hit the button, and the next day,
Yeah.
dog food would show up in the front porch.
I had one for the for Tide dishwater laundry detergent, and so I had it up in my laundry room.
Yeah,
It was just like a specific button. It only did one thing.
yeah. Only there's one thing.
You
Just orders dog
pushed
food.
it and ordered
Well,
Tide.
they had that for a while until my niece, who's now like 10 or 11, but when she was like 3, thought it was really cool to just
Yeah, that was a really common story.
yeah. And next
There's a
thing you
bunch of
see is
times
like
where, like, someone
30
would, like-
bags of dog food show
Right,
up on the
and
front
people would
step.
have,
It's
like,
like,
yep. And that's what happened as a kid got to it, and they would just go bananas.
yeah.
Yep.
Well, now I want
Mhm.
Thai food, so thank you.
Thank you.
Not dog food, Thai.
Not dog food.
I said
heard
Tide.
someone say Thai.
I said
Tide.
Tide. He said
Tide.
food. It automatically became juxtaposed into Thai food.
Mhm.
There you go. See, so
Treaters don't eat the Tide Pods.
yeah.
Oh, Tide. I don't want Tide pod food. I want.
No,
not
I'm
food.
just saying
It's
though.
not food.
We could see how you could construe that into Thai food. See,
Yeah, I think
Tide
I'm just
Pods.
like having one of those like Pavlovian effects with this show where I come on and I'm immediately already hungry.
you know, yeah, your salivatory glands. I said, wait, that's
So
what
what did everybody have for dinner?
man, I just scarfed down like some turkey because I always do my listening on the bike ride. I do a
Okay.
bike ride to listen to. So I'm like wore out. I'm like, let me get cleaned up. And I was like, let me just jam some food in the gullet. So I just turkey. Yeah.
Nice. I had turkey too, but it
Hey,
was
there
in
you
the
go.
form of a turkey burger.
I had Costco stuffed peppers.
Turkey
Which
burger.
are
I should have
delicious.
did something like that. Anyway.
You ever had those? A lot of the Costco stuffed peppers? Like it's
Nah,
a bell
I just
pepper
make-
with all
I've
the
never
rice
had
in-
anybody else's. I always make it myself.
Yeah, I've made it myself too, but the Costco ones are legit. They're good.
And I have a Costco membership, but I use it for nothing really. I mean, of course, I got an
Yeah.
electric car now. I don't even use it for gas. So the only thing I've used it for
Yeah.
lately is a battery.
Well, that's like
I
so
use it for battery for my other car.
my parents like shop go to the same grocery store and they get all the fuel points, and both my parents have electric cars, so I use their phone number and get insane amount of money off my gas because
Yeah.
Like,
I hear
they
those
have-
crazy discounts on those things.
yeah, I mean, I'll
Yeah.
get like sometimes I'll get like $1.20 off my gas, like
Yeah,
that
because
much.
Kroger.
Like,
I
which
was
is-
gonna say Kroger. We shop at Harris Teeter,
Here's Cedar, yeah,
and I hear they have the same program.
Mhm, that's what they use.
But because I have an electric car, I never get to see like what the savings are or where you can
Hmm.
use it, whatever. So
I'm sure using
you
your
guys
number too
have
if you have that much.
Instacart there?
Yeah.
Huh?
Okay, so Costco is on Instacart.
Mhm.
So like essentially you could just order Costco from Instacart without actually needing a Costco membership.
So we do Walmart Plus
Mm.
because Walmart has grocery stores here. I don't know if they do that everywhere else.
So yeah, how does that work? So do you put your membership number into your
I have no
Instacart?
idea because I don't
purchase?
have a Costco membership, so I just noticed it. And my friend was gonna order from there because she does have a Costco membership, but she never like told me how it went or if she did the order or anything. So I don't know.
Yeah.
We're still doing the scientific discovery about
Yeah.
the
Let me know how that works out. I'm curious now.
Huh.
That's like a loophole.
Right?
You're gaming the system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it. Fight
Yeah.
the man.
Like I said, we use Walmart Plus because you get unlimited deliveries for free. So we usually just order everything there and have it shipped to our house. I mean, not for free. It costs a monthly membership, but you also get a streaming service too out of it. I think Paramount Plus or something like that. Get it for free with it. It's like
we do
it's like
not
13.
DoorDash. What's the other
I think it's like $13 or $14 a month, but I get unlimited. Like so, basically, we can order anything because
we pay for DoorDash. That's the one where we pay a subscription, and so then we get like all the deliveries. So it's not free. It just comes out cheaper if you order more than twice.
If you
a
use
month.
it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's convenient when it's days like today where it's freezing cold outside.
Yeah. Speaking
so
of
make
which,
someone
my
else
heat
go
went
out
out
there.
again.
No.
I mean, luckily we figured out some way to turn it on temporarily, so we're gonna get it fixed. I'm going to my brother's house for Christmas, so hopefully when we get back, we'll be able to get it all straightened out. But I was like, on the 25-degree day, come on.
I was telling a couple of years ago that happened to us on a cold day. We borrowed space heaters from everybody. And we had them all plugged in, and then all like the lights started like dimming and flickering. I was like, we're about to like burn the house down with this many space heaters.
So our thing is, I just open the oven door. I open the oven door. I put it in like 225. You know, just it's really effective actually. It radiates pretty well. You know, it's just warm enough to keep it at that 60-degree range. Because I mean, I woke up this morning, it was like 61 degrees. In the house. I was like, oh no.
I'm trying to like figure that out in Canadian.
61 degrees. So it'd be 32 would put that to 39, 16 degrees Celsius.
Oh yeah, that's chilly.
Yeah. That's my rough math, by the way. So usually it's minus 32 divided by 2. That's like the quick back of the napkin math. It's the quick way to do it, but it's not exact, obviously, because really it's what 9/5 or something.
Yeah,
9/5
I have no idea. When you said 25, I was like, "Oh, that's warm. What are you complaining about? That's what winter's like. That's a nice, beautiful day."
25 Fahrenheit.
Yeah,
60.
Freezing, right?
Let's see.
30 is freezing, or 32 is freezing.
32 is freezing, so that's 0 degrees Celsius, right?
0 is freezing for us,
right?
Yeah. So 0 is freezing.
So we're 25.
100 is boiling. So anywhere in between there is.
Yeah, 16.11 is the Celsius. So you're pretty close.
Oh, geez, I was that close. Holy God.
I was like,
well done.
So today it was 24 degrees. So do that Celsius.
-4 degrees.
Negative 4 degrees.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense. The less degrees, the colder it is. The smaller the number.
Yeah, it's that minus 32. That's your baseline.
Yeah, that messes me up. Why not just start at 0? It's easy. 0 freezing.
I mean, it makes a lot.
Fahrenheit was developed by how we feel.
I don't know who that is.
So basically, Fahrenheit developed at like 32 was our 0 was like super cold. The humans feel like where you'll die from exposure at 0 Fahrenheit, which is 32. 32 degrees is 0 Celsius. But yeah, and then 100 is where it's too hot and you'll die from exposure. So the person, it wasn't exact science. It was just this guy that was like, this is what I'm going to make the measurement of. So it's based on how humans feel.
Based on when you die and when you
Celsius is based on Celsius is based on how water feels. So 0 and 100, and then Kelvin's based on how atoms feel.
Because it is
That's
water.
good. I like it, Alan.
Kelvin's based on how atoms feel.
That's right. It's like just how the atoms feel. Atoms are like, I want to move around today.
Only people named Adam.
Kind of fluid.
No, atoms. Atoms.
I'm being a smart ass.
And then Adam's like, I'm feeling kind of high. I think I'm gonna float around a little bit. Boil, boil, boil.
Whoops. Too much? Boil.
And then they're like, I'm not feeling really social. I'm just gonna hold over here to myself. Just just want 0 interaction with anybody. Cold as ice.
Oh my gosh.
Boom, there it is.
What is 0 in
You're as cold as ice.
What's 0 in so negative 17 Celsius is 0 Fahrenheit. That's cold.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah. Negative 17 Celsius?
Yeah.
Is 0. So that's the temperature that would kill you.
According to the guy who made Fahrenheit.
Mhm.
32
Fair-
degrees will
Mr.
kill
Fair,
you.
who
I
came
mean,
with the system.
Yeah, I
0
mean, that
is
makes sense. It's pretty
arbitrary.
cold.
I mean,
Negative 17 Celsius is pretty cold.
Cool.
It's cold. Anyway, guys, ready to talk about some Wave Kings?
Yes.
sure.
All right.
Oh, by the way, is your family? I know you said illness and
Oh yeah, I
household.
just have some.
Everybody
growth.
okay?
Everybody's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, just didn't want to get everybody else sick.
Sure. No, I appreciate the heads up. But, yep, I did want to make sure I checked in and make sure family's okay. Good.
Yeah, everybody's good.
Good.
So, guys, we have a chapter 13, 10 heartbeats. So we continue on this letter. I guess if you guys remember last time, it started out the letter. The first epigraphs. So obituagraphs. So they're not death rattles anymore. They're not obituaries. They are. It starts out old. Last chapter 12 was old friend. I hope this missive finds you well. Though as you are essentially mortal, I would guess that wellness on your part is something of a given. So this chapter says, I realize you're probably still angry. That is pleasant to know. Much as your perpetual health, I have come to rely on your dissatisfaction of me. It is one of the Cosmere's greatest constants, I should think.
Mm.
So we have no idea who's writing to who, but
they sound like frenemies.
Frenemies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's fun times. Anyway, so we'll get more as we get these chapters, but that's how we start this.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're back on the plateau with the
Death to America and butter sauce. Don't boil me. I'm still alive. Iraq lobster.
Sorry, I did the rock lobster.
I had to zoom in.
Man, but he has a lot more legs than that, though.
It had a whole lot more legs than lobster.
I
I had to do the rock lobster. And I tried to do Family Guy once, so maybe I won't get copyrighted, but probably still will.
There you go.
Rock lobster.
Yes.
Yeah, it had a whole lot more legs.
And claws.
And claws.
Got 4 claws, 14 legs.
Yeah.
It's too many legs, too many claws.
Yeah, well, yeah, too many and too tall. Too tall
giant
jump.
centipede
30 freaking
crab
feet.
Yeah.
lobster thing.
Crustaceans.
Yay!
Yeah.
Hey, that's right. It goes into my crab evolution theory from last week too.
Yeah, it still goes into that. Yeah.
Nice.
So Dalinar, Adolin, and Elokar immediately begin to race towards the chasm fiend, hoping they can kill it, get to it before it kills like innocent bystanders that are just like.
Well, it started too late. It's already killing it.
Yeah, it's just before it can harm anymore.
Whoops.
I guess. So they go straight in and they're running, and it goes through. And I love how it goes through. And they also go through the 10 heartbeats as they're running, but also they're. I guess whose point of view? It's Dalinar's point of view. And he's like, damn Sadius with his like his grand bow that he's trying to get ready. He's like, dude, we need to fight this thing right now. Not get your bow all ready to go. But yeah, so they're it's being peppered with arrows at this point, and they're charging in, and they just as he's running, his hands to the side, and he counts down and it explains that it's 10 heartbeats before Shardblade. We've learned that from previous chapters, but it was very, very breezed over before. This is like in your face. 10 heartbeats, and he explains it like in the heat of battle that's a whole lot faster, but it seems like eternity because you need it fast. Whereas when you're really calm, your heartbeat's slower, it takes longer, but it's just that juxtaposition of time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but
they really did a great job with that here too, because it's like he had so many thoughts, and then it said second heartbeat, and then he had another thought and third heartbeat, so it was really dragged out. The suspense.
I can't remember the name of that song. We did that one song. It was like, 1, nothing wrong with me. 2,
nothing wrong with me. It's bodies.
Let the bodies to the floor.
Let the bodies hit the floor. And I should remember
cool.
that because I have that spoof version.
Like in Count to 4?
It's the one with the kids.
Yeah, I can only count to 4.
Is that the drummer's anthem?
It's like the puppets.
It's like the disheveled puppets. Like,
oh my gosh, yes,
it's a kids version. It's great.
That's all I could think of when I was listening to this. And it was like 1, and I was like, nothing wrong with me. Yes, bodies hit the floor.
All right, we might. The stream might be shut down, but we are definitely going
Is that
to
drowning
share
pool?
that.
Is that drowning
Drowning
pool?
pool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Drowning
we're gonna share my screen here, and definitely.
I can only count to 4.
Oh yes.
Count to 4. I can only count to 4. I can only count.
Count to.
Yes. I have another one. I'm gonna send you guys, and I'm gonna put it in the chat. It's hilarious. It's actually kids, and they're singing to it, and it's like it's like a kids version.
Oh, gotcha.
Yes, and I'm gonna put it in there. You guys watch it at your leisure. Anyway, I'm sorry I put us in the drowning pool tangent. My
I'm
bad.
not mad about it.
Well, at least luckily, Downer can count to 10 because if he could only count to 4, he'd be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, or he'd be a Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
1, you must throw the grenade exactly on 3.
5 is right out.
Anyways, so a 10th Oathbringer comes in his hand and names the sword. It's named Oathbringer. It gives a full description of how beautiful, majestic this sword is. Wavy towards the base, hook at the top, just beating with like condensation as it forms. Like just really badass. I think 6 feet long.
Yeah.
Like just a gigantic sword. And
now, did I catch that they said that he had it since he was like a toddler?
Yeah.
Can you imagine a toddler with that thing? Just little baby Dalinar.
Yeah.
Giant
6 foot sword.
Because you know a little kid is gonna play with his sword.
Apparently they have no weight to them though. Like, or they don't have much weight. So anyway, I'll have to check that out later.
So that's a big ass sword. That again, sword tall as me.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yep.
Yeah. In the hands of a baby. Of a
Yeah.
toddler.
Gotta train him young.
So as they go in, Satis finally gets his grand bow working. He's able to, hit a few times while Dalinar and Adolin go for the legs.
I like the shock of that though. It was like arrows were like kind of like ping, 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 and all of a sudden like an arrow just like shoop, like,
Yeah. Didn't
and
they
it
hit
just
him in the helmet?
hits, and it's like everybody's like, what? I liked
Exactly.
it. It was really well done because it really caught you off guard because them arrows up until then had just been like
Yeah.
fixed
And
thrown, and all of a sudden
Dalinar's trying to keep Elhokar because he's the king back. And Elhokar's like, yeah, let's go hunt it now. And was like, dude, you're the king. Like,
oh, he playing.
and Dalinar's trying to yell at him, like, stay back. Like, it's not that big of a deal. And like,
He just does such.
he goes,
I mean,
yeah.
he just floats between acting like a royal and acting like an impudent child, like just like that. He just flips back and forth. I'm like,
I know.
oh no. Oh,
And we also learn a little bit about Rashadians, the type of horses that
yeah,
which is kind of cool.
Very bright. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
they're not just like regular horses. It reminds me of Crookshanks from Harry Potter. It's like it's not a cat. It's like it's a thing. It's not
Right.
You ain't like a regular cat. So this ain't no regular horse.
Our Gandalf's horse, from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, Shadowfax.
Shadowfax.
Yeah.
It's good trivia pull there.
Thanks.
But anyway, so Dalinar's trying to go to the legs. So is Adolin. They're just chomping away at legs, but there's a lot of legs. So,
Yeah, and I like the description though too. It's like they don't like chop the leg because it's obviously they're not like cutting the leg with a regular sword. The leg just falls off. It's just like limp because it's like been like
it goes through it because it cuts
torn
the soul.
part,
Yeah.
soul of the leg, I guess. And
Right.
so,
So it doesn't work anymore.
it doesn't work. So now you just have so now you're carrying dead weight
Right.
essentially. That's the reason I'm shocked it stayed up as long as it
It
did.
did. Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's angry and it's trying to eat. It's just trying to have a snack.
sure.
Some snacks.
Yeah.
and all these people are trying to be, and at first Downer's thought was like, can't we just like let a bunch of pigs go and like get distracted and we can move everybody to safety? But though Elhokar decides to charge right in. So like, nope, we gotta save the king. And Elhokar charges in, his saddle breaks and he slides down, thrown to the ground. And this is kind of an epic scene because one of the legs is coming down on the king, and Dalinar jumps off of his horse and slides down to his knees and catches the leg.
Well, I think it's one of the claws. It's
Yeah.
like the
Yeah, it's one of the
claws. I'm
claws.
thinking,
Claw
I'm
is
thinking the
claw
claw is probably a
Yeah.
lot bigger than a leg, right?
Yeah,
This thing's
it's a
got to
claw,
be
yeah.
ginormous,
Yeah.
right? So I'm thinking of this guy sliding in. I mean, catches it.
Catches it and just holds it down like Atlas
And it's like,
shrugged.
you can
Like
imagine it's like
Atlas.
probably pressing him into the ground, right? It's probably
Like
the
all
ground
his
is
shard plates, like the light streaming out of him,
right
cracking
because
as
it's like
he's
it's collapsing.
yeah,
Yeah, it's an epic thing. I mean, and it's the way they said it, like when everybody like looks at it, and all I thought of was the Matrix. He's the one.
yeah, solid arm.
And what do they refer to him as at that time?
The blackthorn, or blackthorn, the blackthorn.
Is that what it was? I thought it was something
Yeah.
else. Okay, so
The Blackthorn. Yeah, that was his nickname from his time when he used to
okay,
be in battle.
could be. I might have just
There's legendary stories of him as a warrior.
right.
And now he's an older man. He doesn't really fight that much anymore. And Adolin looks up to him and is like, "There's the Blackthorn. There's my father."
Right, because he's like all like super cautious and stuff now. He
Mhm.
doesn't really have that like bold spirit about him. But then he does this move and
yeah,
totally redeems himself. Yes.
And Adolin's able to collect a few more legs, and then finally the Chasm Fiend collapses. No, from that, giving the pressure off of Dalinar before
Right.
he, was able to be
Mhm.
crushed himself. Elhokar was able to escape as well from that. Yep. So eventually, the Chasm Fiend eventually is unable to support some weight, falls over. Elhokar then summons his own shard blade. It goes over and kills the Chasm Fiend, and then they go to harvest the gem heart
And we get all the answers finally.
of what they're hunting.
All this time, all this shattered plane stuff, and
Right.
the thing they went after, and that brutal Bridge 4 excursion
was
you
just
finally
to
get-
get a big old ruby.
Get a big shiny thing.
to get money. Isn't everything fought over money? It's all money.
Yeah,
Yay,
but,
capitalism.
but because this is a
Yeah.
big boy, it's a
Mhm.
lot more money. They've never seen one this big. They're like, holy cow,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is ducats on ducats on ducats.
But they also talk about how that's Marshindi. They're not even fighting each other over the whole Oath Pact. They're fighting over gem hearts. All they fight over is just money. They're not fighting actually
It's
over
the
Death
war
Decay.
machine.
Yeah, they're just trying to get more money.
Yeah.
Which is
So-
probably why the war has lasted so freaking long.
Oh, of course. Absolutely.
Because it's just been fighting over trying to get to this. Because when they would pupate, they go to like kind of a dormant stage, so they're easy to kill. So that's when they have scouts that are looking out for chasm fiends that are in that stage of life, and then they blow the horns and the bridge crews run out so they can go try to get the gem heart as fast as possible when it doesn't have to be much work.
And by the way, listening to that whole thing about how they do that in the middle of the night, etc., all I could think of, and anybody that knows me knows that I hate wasps. One stung me on the eye like one time, and it's like my face swole up and the whole deal. And I still believe to this day wasps are assholes. And then I watched a whole bunch of videos. Wasps are assholes.
Wasps are
They put their young in the pupa of something else, so then it's like it's trying to grow, and it gets bored, and then like a wasp is immediately there, just like eating out its insides. It's just all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah, wasps
I
are jerk
hate
faces.
them.
Yeah,
Hate them.
Yeah.
Wasps.
Wasps
Kill 'em
and
all.
hornets. Hornets are both assholes.
Oh,
Hornets
yeah.
are the same way.
Yeah.
Just-
Kill them all. Sorry.
Honeybees are not assholes. They're actually pretty friendly.
No, they're good.
No. See,
Honey
bees are good.
Sweetie pies.
Even
Bees are good.
killer bees. I'm better with killer bees than I am with wasps, right? I mean,
okay, Wu-Tang Clan family.
I'm just saying. I'm saying.
Killer bees.
That's right.
Killer
That's
bees.
right.
Isn't a killer bee a type of wasp?
No.
Mm-mm.
No.
No,
It's
it's
a
actually a
bee.
bee. It just, but it's not a productive bee.
What's the
It's a destructive
the
bee.
tarantula killer wasp? Is that the one that's gigantic?
Yes, and that's the one that lays its egg on the back of the freaking tarantula.
Tarantula hawk. It's what it's called.
Yeah,
They
them
are
things. It's fascinating to
huge.
watch, but they're assholes.
Yeah, these things are. I mean, hold on, share screen because we're talking about. I don't know why we got into wasp, but boom.
Because
share.
the way that they come
Look
out
Look at
of
that
these-
thing.
the way
Look
they
at
come
that
after the
thing.
chasm-
Ew,
yeah,
I hate it.
the way they come after them chasm fiends
Kill it with
Yeah.
fire.
as a pupa is the same way that wasps come after like
Yeah.
know babies of other animals.
Exactly. Fun times.
Not really fun for the for the recipient. There's a whole thing in Rick and Morty. There's an episode where it's like they're all wasps, and they like eat Mr. Golden Folds.
My favorite Rick and Morty episode is still Pickle Rick.
Pickle Rick.
Pickle
I don't think
Rick.
I've seen
Pickle
the
Rick is
wasp
good.
episode. There must be new episodes that I haven't
There's
seen.
I think that's in like season 5 or 6, and he
Yeah.
keeps jumping through versions of himself, and then he ends up in a dimension where it's all of his family are wasps, and they're
Yeah.
eating Mr. Goldenfolds, who is a slug, and he
Oh,
has his
no.
babies, and the wasps eat the babies as they're being born.
No.
It's terrible. Oh,
That's
yeah.
awful.
Yeah.
It's
I
rough.
need to catch up on Rick and Morty apparently.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Well,
Good
Rick and
stuff.
Morty, I think they're renewed up through season 12, so they're
Yeah.
gonna be going for
Oh
a minute.
damn! Yeah, I've missed a lot.
Yeah, they're
Then.
gonna be going for a while.
Now I can't remember. Is this chapter or the last chapter that we talk about the reason for the bridge cruise? I think that's the last episode when Sadius and Dalinar get into the whole argument about bridge cruise.
No, that's
I
this.
think
That's
that
this
might
chapter.
be the last chapter, like at the end of this.
Wait, I thought it was this chapter where
I
they
thought
start,
they get
they
into
start
it
to get-
and
they
then they
get
get
into-
into more. They start
get
arguing.
debate about it.
I
They're
don't
like-
know.
because in this chapter they start talking about, oh well, why are you sending these bridge crews out and they don't even have shields and stuff? He's like, well,
Right.
they're lighter and they go faster because they've actually got these like portable bridges that don't require these people, but and they
Mhm.
can actually travel pretty quickly, but the bridges aren't as stable and
And
blah,
they're
blah, blah.
they are slower.
and
But
they were
yeah.
like, oh, and the reason not to give them shields is so that way, you
The
know,
Russian
when you're
shoot
getting
them.
attacked,
'Cause
they're going
they're
to attack
human
them and not attack our really
Uh-huh.
valuable soldiers that are behind them.
They're human bait.
They're
Obviously, that's
fodder.
totally
They are
okay.
cannon
They
fodder.
are literally the definition of
It's
cannon fodder.
Yes.
That's all they are is
Absolutely.
cannon fodder.
Yep.
That's they are meant just to die. That is their
Yeah.
purpose. It is
Oh
not
my
for
gosh.
anything else but to die. Like,
So brutal. Yeah, but that whole debate happens in these chapters because I was listening to it. I was like, oh man, that's just an asshole move all day long. Asshole move.
It's just cannon fodder. Which I
Yeah.
mean,
That he said it
for-
though, like so nonchalantly, just
Oh,
brushing
yeah.
off these lives. Like,
was it
there's
the
purpose.
battle of Marathon against the Persians and Athenians where they did something similar? Where so they put their heavy phalanx on the sides, and then in the middle of the beach where the Persians were making landfall, they put a bunch of like basically like townsfolk with pitchforks. And the reason why they did that is because the ships are coming in, they would focus on the peasants because they were unarmored and it'd be an easy way to punch through to Athens. And what ended up happening was a hinge maneuver. So as the peasants collapsed and base were cannon fodder, the heavy phalanx thing could come in on either side and flank from either side with the spears and destroy the entire Persian army.
That sounds like
Um,
something that would have happened at Thermopylae or something. But
It
I
wasn't
don't
Thermopylae.
remember
Thermopylae,
that,
the
though.
Persians won. It was Battle of Marathon. So that's
So it was Marathon.
so Marathon
I've got to look
happened
this one up.
before.
Okay.
So the marathon happened before Thermopylae, before the 300 and all that stuff like that.
Right.
And the Persians lost and they retreated and
Right.
went back. And then they came back with all the immortal soldiers and the giant army as revenge for what happened in Marathon because
Oh,
it was such a
wow.
humiliating defeat.
I need to look that up. Okay. I did not know about this one, though.
Yeah, history nerd. So,
Hey, look, I'm right
but
there
that's
with
how
you,
that's
man.
but that's the
When I hear
strategy they
something
use.
new, I'm like, let me
They
check
put
this out.
basically townsfolk and peasants in the middle, so that the heavy fortified troops would be able to collapse in on either side and
Right.
surround them on the beach.
Wow.
Cannon fire.
Ugh.
Give them, yeah, awful,
Yeah.
but it works. But
Hey.
but horrible.
Uh-huh.
But morally in every aspect of the way, horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrible.
So
Terrible.
the more you know.
That's right. Alan, you got to put it out. The more
I need to get the
Absolutely,
rainbow
man.
star got across. The more you know.
Gotta have it. Gotta have it.
I need to get that clip.
Yes. I feel like we probably do a more you know every episode at least
Should.
once. I mean,
The more
true.
you know.
you gotta lock that one in, man.
I don't
It's
know.
true. I
I don't
learn
know.
something new
I don't
every
know if
time.
knowing about the battle tactics of the Battle of Marathon really are that relevant for anything other than this is why you can win a battle in a really horrible, unethical way.
Oh, sure. You know what you do? Use them babies.
Yeah, it's easy to punch through to Athens if you just put a bunch
What
of
you do is
babies
you
in the
toss a
middle.
baby at a soldier.
Oh, we just got dark really fast.
Oh, yes, we did. We get dark every episode at some point in time.
I just don't see how that would work very well.
What?
A baby, like, what's a baby gonna do?
Oh, baby will 10 soldiers will go after a baby, and while they're trying to save the baby,
Mhm.
Oh, that's
Poking
Yeah.
soldiers.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I
Poke
see.
'em.
Yeah. Make sure they have a heart first.
That's my battle cry, by the way.
Good to know.
I see it tuned in at a great moment. Scooter, you always do.
Yes, perfect moment.
Perfect time to come in.
Oh, yes, absolutely. You should have heard us. We were talking about wasps, and then we've gone into
And they're killing babies, apparently. It's just evolved into
immoral background tactics.
so bridge crews, yeah, they're just
Yeah,
fodder.
yeah.
And I think this is also where Sadia says something, and Adolin gets all pissed because he says something to Renarin in front of Dalinar. That might be the last chapter too. I don't know. I'm getting the chapters all confused because I read it all at once. But we'll talk about that in the end. I think that's pretty much how we end this chapter.
Okay.
Before we go to Kaladin. So anything from this chapter 13 before we switch back to our good boy Cal.
I like the fact that we got the backstory behind what this is all for. This whole thing about being in the Shattered Plain. What's important about the Shattered Plains? Because it's like, who wants this land? It's freaking like plateaus and chasms and
desolate desert.
No,
yeah.
it's like there's no draw here. It's not like you're like growing stuff out here and stuff. And then it was like, okay, they went out there and got the gem. You're like, okay. And I was like, well, where'd the gem thing come from? I was like, did it just like come down from the heavens? And so now you get the story, and I'm like, oh, okay. So it all came full circle. So
Money.
Money.
I'm still really like curious about how like the anatomy of a heart that is a gemstone makes a body function.
Well, we know that they can hold stormlight, so there might be something to do with that. And I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I assumed it was something like that.
I didn't really. Yeah, I guess like humans have like a natural electric pulse, right? So I guess it makes sense.
Synapses.
I don't know. They're also harvesting the shell, the carapace.
Yeah, the carapace.
Or whatever.
Right. Yes.
Because you can use that for all sorts of things, tools and
sure.
So ready for chapter 14, payday?
Let's do it.
Payday. All right. More from this letter. Let me first assure you that the element is quite safe. We don't know what the element is, but I have found a good home for it. I protect it safely, like I protect my own skin, you might say.
And I feel like that was really on the nose. I don't feel like that was like protected like my own skin. I feel like there's something in there. Like skin is not like just like you to protect your skin, like an adage you just say or something. I feel like
it was like a hint to
where
where this thing is hidden or kept.
Something about skin. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know what it is yet, but we'll find out.
So Kaladin. Yeah, so much optimism.
Hey, he is being optimistic right now.
He's trying.
He's trying.
For Kaladin, he is being optimistic, okay?
Oh, he's definitely optimistic, Kaladin.
Uh-uh.
The guy was about to throw himself off the edge of a cliff.
But now this is his bridge.
Exactly.
So he's going to run it like his bridge. And the first thing he does, he's like, all right, guys, let's wake up. Let's start training. And they're all like,
but he didn't even get announced as being. It's not like somebody came and was like, hey, so he's your bridge leader.
No.
He just woke up the next morning. He was like, everybody get up. And everybody's like, and
yeah, everyone's like, none of them like stir at all. Like, they're like, what?
Yeah.
No.
He's like, I'm going to grab the youngest buck in here. I'm going to grab him and take him outside. Threw him
Grabs
over his
this guy-
shoulder. He's like, I'm going to show you, youngin'.
Grabs this guy named Moash out of the barrack. The rest of the bridgemen reluctantly get up and they're like, what are we doing? He's like,
whatever.
Kaladin informs him, I'm your new bridge leader. Instead of sleeping in every single morning, what we're going to do is we're going to start training. That way we won't lose another man. We won't lose a single other man. And then like in the back, one guy, we learn he's a horn eater. He goes by the name of Rock, just starts laughing. And then the rest of them start laughing like, you're funny. All right, let's go back to sleep, guys.
And then they're like, hey, Gaz, can you do that? No, he said, you can't do that. He's like, only while we're actually out.
Yeah.
Is the bridge leader about to be able to give directions?
Orders, yeah.
So basically, Gaz immediately undercut him just like that. He was like,
yeah.
He's like,
because he goes, Gaz, can you give me authority? He's like, nope.
I'm going to give you none of that responsibility.
So County goes to hunt down Gaz, and Gaz goes and hides.
This Joker immediately goes
so funny.
tail
Still
between
can't
legs. Oh,
hiding
man.
behind a. What was he hiding behind?
I think some lumber or something like that.
He was hiding. He's like between like two like barrels or something.
Yeah.
Whatever it was.
And Kaladin goes around, flanks him, comes back behind. He's like, "Hey, buddy,
Behind him.
hey, buddy."
Hey,
So
what
I
are
hear
you
it's
doing?
payday. He's like, "You get paid later with everybody else." Like, yeah, I saw you get paid, so I want my pay right now. You're gonna give him my pay right now. And he's worked 5 days, so he gets 5 marks. And Gaz goes and counts out 4 marks and hands it to him. And Kaladin keeps his hand out. He's like, what do you get paid for, right? And he's like, no, you pay me all. It's like strange way of keeping promises, man. Like he's like, begrudgingly gives him the last one, and then Kaladin turns around and hands it back to him and says, I just want to let you know that's coming from me. Like you're not docking my pay. That's not what this is. I'm paying you.
Right. I'm willingly.
I am paying you. Yeah, it's a symbolic thing. Like, no, you're not docking my pay. I'm paying you. Don't forget it.
Right.
You give me all my money.
Yeah,
if I
and
die,
so
you
far
lose
you're
all your
being
money.
super helpful, Gaz.
Which I love this scene because it's like a very powerful, like just symbolism of like getting that point across. Like that this is the purpose of this. Like, yeah, don't dock my pay.
Not that he didn't already make his point the night before.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
point was already made, which is why because he walked over. Gaz was talking to soldiers. He walks up, and that Joker darted out of there like he was a Scooby-Doo cartoon. Yeah. He had to like run because he was just so scared of this guy. Because he was like, "Yo, he like thumped me last night."
Oh yeah.
Calvin
yeah.
Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. At that point, Kaladin's worried that Gaz might try to do something to hurt him. So he asked Syl to watch over him at night or whatever. And Syl's like, really? You think Gaz can do this? Like, not really, but just to be on the safe side. Yeah, just wake me up if you.
And then she was like, well, he could pay somebody else to kill you.
Yeah. Sounds like, well, good point.
And he's like, yeah. He was like, but it really doesn't help anything if he doesn't do it himself.
And he says, and also like they don't usually kill bridge crew because that would dishearten them. Even like they'd give it the will to even do their job. Like the only thing that's keeping them going is because there's this slight chance of hope that they have for them.
Right.
If they start like actually executing bridgemen, then like you'd probably lose their all. No one would even try.
Everybody would go over the honor chasm.
Yeah.
Yeah. They said the only ones that got killed is like if you murdered somebody.
And even then, it was just
They didn't say he got killed. They said they hung him up in a high storm.
High storm.
That's right. That's right. They didn't actually execute him.
They didn't actually hang him. They just hung him up.
Left him out in the storm.
Right.
Yeah. Which is pretty much death sentence.
Hour.
Yeah. No, it's pretty much death sentence.
Yeah.
Well, the high storms are.
That storm. Yeah.
Yeah. So Kaladin proceeds to spend that morning training. He's like, if no one else is going to train, I'm going to train. And goes and starts picking up lumber and running back and forth and practicing. Everybody else is just watching him like, who's this kid? Who's this Joker?
And all I could hear was Eye of the Tiger playing in the background the whole time. It just seemed like you're just like that montage they do. He's like getting ready to go against Drago, and he's like got the thing on the back, and he's like running up the mountain. That's Kaladin.
Yeah,
go Kaladin, go.
But he does it for several hours, and several men actually come and start to watch a little bit.
Start wagering on it.
Yeah, start wagering.
Yeah.
And then Syl comes to talk to him at the end of all this, and says that she's changing. She's starting to remember more and more things and understand new concepts. She's like, yeah, I understand new things, and it scares me.
Yeah, she knows lying now.
Yeah, she's like, I don't like it.
And like the way she says, and I know sarcasm.
I know sarcasm.
And then she says it again, like, I know sarcasm. I actually laughed out loud when she said that. I was okay. Nice.
That's great.
Didn't she say she was proud of Kaladin at one point?
Yeah, she was proud because
and she understands promises now, and it was so cute.
Yeah. She's like a little innocent little thing, and she's like getting exposed to the ways of the world, which means she's gonna be tainted for life.
Yes, this is the way.
Mm-hmm.
Remembering stuff? ? Or has she just been lying? ? Is she just following herself, or has she been lying? She's discovered what she's doing.
Why all of a sudden though is the question.
Yeah, I don't think she because
I feel like she's having all these epiphanies like right back to back to back, and I'm like,
yeah, we've had like a
come
pretty
on."
clear progression since we've met her of her growth, right? So I don't think she's lying.
I don't think so either.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
She's becoming more solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Like not physically solid, but just more
Yeah. Just solid.
more real.
Well, but she was
Yeah.
able to manipulate. What was it? She was able to manipulate a couple chapters ago.
She sent like a bolt of something at his eye. to
Yeah,
make
yeah,
him look
yeah.
eye.
So she was able to manipulate something, which I thought was
Yeah.
like, okay. I thought they weren't able to
Yeah.
do
And
that.
then
Yeah.
before, like the first time we met Kaladin when he was in like the cage with all the slaves, he was drinking his like soup or whatever, and the bowl like stuck to his fingers.
Yeah, she stuck
Like
the
she made it stick to his fingers.
But of course, the night before she brought the flower, so obviously
Yeah.
she's able to manipulate stuff. So
Yeah.
which is more than
Mhm.
what I think that Sprinter are able to do,
Right.
at least
Yeah.
from my understanding. Oh, I wanted to say something about the fact that when the guys were doing the betting and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I like the fact they went over and checked the wood to make sure it wasn't a fake piece of wood. It wasn't like
Yeah.
a light piece of wood. They were like, nope, we checked it.
Nope, that's real. That's real.
Just
Yeah.
give it a kick. Yep,
I
that's
know.
heavy.
They were like, they picked it up. I was like, nope, it's real. It's
Yeah.
real. Sorry. Yeah.
Mhm. And that's pretty much it for
taking
this
bets.
chapter. I mean, Payday's it's a good chapter that you get to. Yeah, it's a
It's lighthearted until we get to the next bridge run.
yeah.
Yeah. So I have a question for Alando about. Okay, so why do you think Syl is like having these growths? And then like when he was gonna jump off the, the honor chasm, she was gonna leave. Right? He's like, I gotta go, and then he decided kind of not to. She came back with the leaf, and now all of a sudden she's having all of these revelations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it seems to be every time she creates a stronger and stronger emotional bond with him, she seems to be like evolving some way or
Mhm.
another. It's like she's picking up on things that he does. Because
Right.
everything she's figuring out, notice that she's not figuring it out listening to other people.
No.
Mm-mm.
She's figuring it out exclusively by listening to him. So it's almost
Mhm.
like she's becoming his like spirit animal, I want to say.
Okay.
And so it's like she's just creating this like direct one-to-one connection with him that's getting stronger and stronger as they go
Okay.
along.
Yeah. And do you
Um,
think it's directly connected to his choices or just like?
I think it's directly his choices. I think
Okay.
I think it's that she sees patterns in people because she's already said that, where she's like expecting him to do X or whatever, but he does the thing that's different. And so it's like when she sees him get despondent and ready to give up, she's like, that's weird for you. Other people do it. She's seen everybody else do that.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
She's like, I see everybody else give up. These other slaves, she's like, they're like, whatever, I'm out. She's like, but you don't give up. She's like, why are you giving up now? So it's like something
Right.
where she sees like growth in him
Hmm.
and something in him. So my guess is that it's got something to do with his emotional trajectory is what is influencing her emotional trajectory in some way, shape, or form. But I don't know what it is.
The
I
Trixie.
just read that in
Yeah.
Gollum's voice.
Trixie.
So it's
I like
like
it,
an
Trixie, like a
emotion-
Gollum style.
Gollum,
right?
yeah.
Is she like an emotion spren then instead of a wind spren, you think? What kind of spren is she?
Do you think she's a Windspren? That's a good question.
Because if she's connected to emotions, you think she'd be like an emotion spren.
Yeah, but see, they don't do emotion sprint. They do anger sprint and all these other various types of emotional sprints. It's not like unless there's something I missed. I don't remember there being a catch-all emotion sprint.
We don't really know a lot about them yet.
Yeah.
Oh no, I have a feeling we're never going to learn about them. I feel
Probably
like this is going to be a thing like in book like 7. This is going to be like, it's the sprint tails.
yeah.
And
I was just wondering if you had any theories on that.
Huh?
Just wondering if you had any theories about what kind of spren she even is.
Yeah. So ready for the final chapter, chapter 15, the decoy.
Did we get
Yes.
everything in this chapter? I just make sure. I'm trying to remember. If there's anything we missed? I feel like we caught it all.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no! Wait. Okay. So then they get to the end. Let's see. He finishes doing the training thing.
Mhm.
He's about to collapse. He tells them all to go
To get lunch.
To go get lunch.
Yeah, lunch. Right.
Was that the end of the chapter? Was that it?
Well, that's when they all leave to go to lunch. That's when Syl comes to have the conversation with them.
Right. He almost he's
and
about ready to
Kaladin
collapse.
realizes she
As soon
feels
as they out of eyesight, he's like, "Oh, time to fall over."
Yep.
Because he is spent. Okay, and then that's it.
and that he's afraid to continue, but sure that he can't go back.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I felt like
he's-
there's more to the chapter. I
Yeah.
guess I just made up stuff in my head. So,
Yeah.
all right.
I don't think so. I don't have it. I don't have the book, and it's packed up. I don't have it in front of me.
No worries.
Chapter 15, the decoy.
The decoy.
So another bit of the letter. You do not agree with my quest. I understand that so much as it is possible to understand someone with whom I disagree so completely.
Yeah, that one I feel like was like the worst one so far.
Yeah.
It says nothing, gives away no information. There's like no.
Yeah.
It's just.
You'll have to go back and read them all like all together when we get to
like in Mistborn,
like a
basically.
full letter. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So plot summary, or sorry, Adolin. Start with him. He is overseeing cleanup of the Kazanfine attack. While they wait for a bridge crew to come bring the bridges. And he reflects on how many other light eyes are treating Dalinar slightly more respectful because of this rescue, and how Dalinar's, as was kind of like washed up, and like how people are just in awe right now, and but then he thinks to himself it can't last. Yep. He's finishing his rounds, and then Elkar's pavilion approaches to give his final casualty report.
To which he just goes, eh.
Yeah. Elkar's like,
Yeah,
whatever.
but they're
really
hanging
love
around
how much they
purposefully because
appreciate-
they're trying to heal him. Do the surgeries and the
Right.
things.
Yep.
They really respect life, these Electi.
Noble effort on that part.
Yeah. And Elkar chides Dalinar for not making more serious effort to win more gem hearts. He's like, your friend Sadis over here, he's always the first one's out with his bridge crews and gets the most gem hearts, and you just don't try to go on these gem heart runs. And Dalinar's like, yeah, I'm here to fight a war, not to go try to get gem hearts.
Yeah.
But the king's like, but look
Je
at
ne care
Sadis.
pas, Elkar.
But eventually the conversation deteriorates into taunting until Adolin finally calls out Sadis for being a coward.
Yep.
And that's when Sadis turns and calls Rhaenyra useless. And that's where things get super heated really, really fast, because Adolin goes to start trying to draw a shard blade. And Dalinar's like, Adolin? Like a father to son, like, stop.
Yeah. and this is the part, unless I'm mistaken, where he starts to insult his son, and then he has to call him out and be like, so
I must have misheard you. Because if you did insult my son,
did do so, then
king.
basically
I'm
gonna pull my
shed blood
hand
here.
out.
Yeah. And I would have to cut you down right where you stand. I must have misheard you. I
slap,
did,
slap,
right?
slap. There it is.
I did.
Just like Tree just did. Slap, slap, slap. Slap,
I
slap,
did
there it
mishear you,
is.
right? I did mishear you. They must have misspoke.
I must have misheard you.
Yeah.
And then he paused for a minute and he was like, yeah. I didn't say that.
I didn't say that.
I mean,
no.
shoot.
Meanwhile, Adelin's over there. Let me at him. Let me at him.
Let me at him. I'll
cut him
moit
down.
him. Who is
Reminds me of
that? Which cartoon character? says that?
Scrappy Doo. Like, let's be Scrappy Doo.
I'll moit him.
Oh my gosh, I love Adolin and Scrappy Doo.
Scrappy Doo.
That's amazing.
Let me at him. Let me at
Let
him.
me at him. And then one of our favorite characters approaches. The writer comes approaching. And it's our good friend Wit.
Oh, Wit.
Yay.
Oh, Alan
Yay.
Wit.
Wit's
This
great.
is so good.
I love Wit.
Oh man, Wit though. Man, the swagger on this dude. I hate this guy.
Yeah.
And that's all I can say. I hate this guy.
Yeah.
But the cojones on this character.
He just starts laying right into Sadius, though.
I mean, because it says clearly you can be killed. It's
Yeah.
frowned upon, but you can be killed.
You can be killed. Yeah. It's very
And
frowned
leave the
upon.
king
There's
witless?
punishments for it, but I can kill you.
I mean,
I'm allowed to.
you pay a little bit of something, honorifics to the family, and then it's like, sorry for
Yeah.
your loss.
He said, I can't remember the exact line he said. He said something like, once you're able to speak something intelligent, he goes, "Hey, we'll wait forever for that. Never mind." Like,
yeah.
he said something like he's like,
What does he say?
never mind. Or something.
Say something intelligent. Is that what he keeps telling him?
Yeah, he says, say something
And then
intelligent.
the son eventually says, he's like, "What about you?" And he's like, something intelligent.
It's like,
Yeah.
see, you're smarter than Sadeas. Like, this guy's an idiot. Like, look, this kid's smart.
Oh man, this guy Wit.
I'm so happy every time Wit shows up.
Again, I love him, but I
Yeah.
hate him.
Wow.
He's great.
He's a lovable character. Wit's great.
And to be sassy to people for a job.
All
Like,
the
that's
swagger,
amazing.
though. Just all the swagger.
No,
just comes up.
He is sass on sass on sass.
Yes.
Easily.
But that's his job. And the King's Wit is like the King's Jester. He's supposed
That
to
Joker should be a character on like RuPaul's Drag Race. He would slay on that. I mean, he wouldn't even wear an outfit. Just be on the show. He would just slay on that show. He would just disrupt everything and be like taking over. Oh man, this guy.
Oh yeah. So it goes back to Adolf's point of view. And this is later, after all that. Anything from all that from Wit before we go back to examining the strap?
Mm.
Yeah.
That sounds like something from an R-rated, X-rated book.
Mm-hmm.
Before we examine the strap.
Make sure it
What
works.
Let's examine the strap together, ladies. Go ahead.
I didn't say strap on. I said strap. All right.
I didn't say strap on either, man. Come on.
I'm
just saying it sounds like the lead.
We're not going into Sugar Ray here. It's
Sugar.
It's the implication.
Sugar Ray. Do you know the song "I Just Want to Fly"?
Mm-hmm.
I know of the song.
Yeah. Every morning there's a halo hanging from the corner of my four-person bed.
Ew.
I know that she'll use it for the weekend one night stand.
I see. You can tell.
He's confirmed in an interview. It's all about pegging. The whole
I didn't know.
The whole song is about pegging.
I know very little about that song. I just know it exists.
Yeah,
I know
it's a really
of
poppy
the
song,
band
but it's
Sugar
all
Ray.
about pegging.
No kidding. Okay.
So
And look, do you or
do you? Yeah,
let someone else do
it's-
you? Whatever you want to do. You know.
The straps.
The strap. The strap.
Adrian and
Oh,
Dylan
my
are
God.
examining the strap from Ellicar's saddle, and it looked like it might have been cut. Like one side's definitely has a cleaner. One side was ripped, but one side looked like it was might have been cut.
It sounded suspect even when he went down.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because it's like he just like kind of fell off the horse one particular direction. And it's the king's horse.
Right.
I mean, you
then, like,
double and triple check that, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, and then Adelin's just like, why would they cut the king's? Like, there's easier ways to assassinate him. Like, that's a really because
The
the
whole
Cassie
thing
machine was
sounds
going to
tough.
show up. Like,
Unless they knew that they were going to run into this
into a
beast
chasm. Yeah, that was going to go all wrong.
and that he was going to try to go attack it the way he did, like in this cavalier manner.
different song, but yeah, it's not. I Don't Want to Fly. It's what's the name of the song, guys?
Again, I know of Sugar Ray. I don't know.
It's not I Don't Want to Fly. It's the other one. It's the morning song anyway. Yeah, not I Don't Want to Fly. It's the other Sugar Ray song that's popular. That's about pegging.
Got it.
I knew it was about sex, but not pegging. Yeah, apparently, according to a Mark McGrath interview from like the '90s, that's what it's about.
Huh. Again, do you?
Yeah, I don't know string flame saying no about it, but yeah. So I sorry to ruin your childhood if you grew up in the '90s and that was like your pop song that you're all into.
You know what? I
Just to
remember.
belt it.
I always think about, and it came up in this episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. People never listen to the lyrics for that one. If you like Pina Coladas, I'm like,
Like,
have you ever listened to the lyrics of that song? It's the crappiest song.
yeah,
It's a guy responding to an ad from a lady, and then when he goes to meet this lady, because he's bored
Yeah.
with his wife, and when he goes to meet the lady at the freaking bar, it's his wife.
right.
What?
Yeah.
That sounds like a trap.
Yeah.
The whole thing is like, so she was out trying to go get some Strange. He was trying to go out and get some Strange, but then they ended up liking each other's ads in the paper. And then
another marriage is renewed and
hooray!
exciting.
Hooray? Question mark.
There's a lot of songs that are really popular, and if you actually listen to the lyrics,
Oh my God.
they are horrible.
Some of them are so cringy.
So
cringy. And I'm
so
like,
bad.
and people are just like singing it like, woo! And I'm like, don't celebrate. Have you listened to the lyrics? I mean,
I love how they make some of it now into like kids bop type stuff, and it's like,
like Smooth Criminal. That's a great one. Just
Are the
Annie, are you
Weeknd?
okay?
I can't feel my face when I'm without you. Like I can't feel my face. Like that
Oh,
song.
yeah,
Like, they made it into a kids pop song. I'm like, really? It's
Really? A song about doing coke?
yeah.
Supposedly, isn't there a Kids Bop version of Let the Bodies Hit the Floor?
I think so.
I
It's
just heard it.
that.
It was.
Somebody
It
told
was
me
they can only count to 4.
we can only count up.
No, I'm
four.
like, I heard there's a real Kids Bop version. I gotta look it up. I'm gonna see if I can confirm that. But oh my goodness, I love actually do something fun. Look up every song that has been released on a Kids Bop CD. It is. There's some
I
of the
don't
most
hate myself
cringy
enough.
stuff these kids are singing to, and you're like, no.
They did WAP. They did WAP.
What?
They did WAP. I'm not even joking. They
You gotta
did
be
WAP.
lying, right?
No.
Oh my God.
Okay, they obviously have to change some lyrics in
Oh,
that
100%.
I bet you they've done Little John songs. They had to have done Little John songs too, right?
Yeah.
And all of his stuff is all dirty.
Oh no, that's so bad.
Kids Bop WAP featuring Cardi B and Megan Thee
No,
Stallion.
it's confirmed. Oh,
That
it's confirmed.
song's the worst
Yeah.
song ever.
Oh no, these
yeah.
poor cheering.
I'm disappointed in humanity all over again.
I was thinking the same thing. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, humanity, we failed it again.
Can't we just keep the children just a little bit innocent anymore?
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
No.
Mhm.
Alonda, what are you drinking? It looks fancy.
Oh,
Mm.
every year I make my own eggnog. Actually, I was gonna bring some for you, Alan. So every year I do that. Actually, it's what I was drinking last time. So I've made like 3 gallons of eggnog, and so I'm like enjoying it because there's nothing I like better than homemade eggnog because eggnog is garbage that you buy at the store.
Mhm.
Yes.
But real eggnog, a lot of effort because you've got to temper it and cook it for like forever in order to make sure that it doesn't like make you sick. So.
WAP lyrics for the Kids About Kids. Is,
Wait.
yeah,
There's
drinking
some
I gotta
their
make
doors
water,
in this
their
house.
water
There's
bottles.
some doors in this
Oh no!
Doors in this house.
water bottle. Oh my god.
Water bottles.
No!
Make that pull out.
Drinking that
game
water
so
But this
bottles.
is make the pull out game week. No. No.
If you hurt me, I'll press a charge. What the heck?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
Humanity,
no.
we
I hate
failed.
everything that's happening.
Humanity, we failed it.
we failed.
We failed it.
What, water bottle. Like what?
Still my favorite thing ever when
no.
my wife brought home like sour beers and it was WAP sour beer.
Oh,
It was this. I was like, you know what that means, right? And she's like, no, and I was like, because my wife doesn't listen to Cardi B at all. I was like, yeah. But it was like, what was it? The flavor was like watermelon, apple, and pineapple, or something like that. So it was actually like, but they called it WAP sour. Anyway.
Crap, I'm in a rabbit hole on Kids Bop songs. They did
God, what is it with kids today? Can we like not talk about kids anymore? We're throwing kids, we're throwing babies as soldiers. We're ruining the next generation with
Yeah, it's
WAP
awful.
or bottle.
Welcome to the Cosmo Raid song about awful songs covers.
Oh my god.
We are not being kind to children on this episode. I'm just saying.
This
This is bad.
people,
It's bad.
this is so bad. I'm like reading I needed to close this tab. These Kids Bop songs they've done. I'm so sorry, kids.
Yeah, run away, Alondo.
We failed you. We failed you.
We have failed as
That's society.
oh wow. Hey, Alan, we need to make a Kids Bop version of this podcast. By the
No,
way.
you don't. No, we don't.
It's gonna be a G edit though. G edit, not G unit. Just all right. I bet there's
what
a
is-
50 Cent version of a Kids Bop. It's got to be a 50 Cent Kids Bop song.
Probably.
I think it was like Chris
In the
Chris
club.
from-
Oh, watch it be in the club.
Talking about WAP, what was it? Chris from the Little Reeds. I think it was at church. He was some old lady overheard them talking about the song, and she asked, "What does that stand for?" And I think he on Quickest Feet. I don't know if he heard this joke or if it was from him or it was like the wings and pizza thing. So the lady says like, "Oh, we're in WAP night, like wings and pizza."
I don't know.
Okay.
We have wings and pizza.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
Grandma.
it's WAP night. Yes,
Okay.
Grandma.
Mm.
Get that WAP.
Okay, Boomer. We got you.
Yeah.
We got you. Oh man.
Anyway, your eggnog looks delicious,
Anyway.
and you even have a little shard blade in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a little sharp plate. Mm-hmm.
Oh no. So I have stirrers, the custom made stirrers, and this
Is
one
that
is
a
a giraffe.
giraffe?
Yep, this is the giraffe stirrer.
Oh my god!
So I have a giraffe, I have elephants, I have a skull, I have a
Mm.
pineapple, zebra, monkey, I think, all kinds of different ones. And so mainly I got it so that way if everybody comes over and we have drinks, everybody's got like a special like little topper,
love
and it
that.
doesn't look like anybody else's.
Yeah.
But you have to have it because unfortunately the cinnamon and nutmeg keep settling at the bottom.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
So it's the only way to keep it, kind of like moving around.
Right.
nice.
Yep. All right.
Yep.
right.
So
Sorry
then
for
also,
sorry for our segue, our tangent
That's
into
fine.
Kids Bop analysis.
It's fine. So Dalinar tells Adolin to take the strap to the leather workers to be examined just to make sure. Also tells all the grooms about the saddle to double the king's guard to make sure they figure out who was the one who got the strap ready. And Adolin's kind of suspicious of Sadius. He's like, I bet Sadius did it. He cut the strap. Because Adolin's being Adolin. Dalinar then approaches High Prince Vama, and it gives him a hard time about manipulating, using the soulcasters to basically just pad Elkar's income. It's like, could you do it for something better? Like, it's like, no, we just need to make more money.
Wait. What's his name?
Vama, High Prince Vama.
With a V.
Yeah, with a V.
Okay, for some reason, the way they said it in the book, it made it sound like it was like a B, like Bama. So
No, it's I can type it
So it's
into
Vama.
BAMAH.
okay, got
Vama.
you. All right. Again, it could just be the way that they pronounced it.
Yeah.
It just sounded like it was like a B.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, so give them a hard time about the use of their resources pretty much. Sadius then comes and tells Dalinar that they've had great success in manipulating the soulcasters to do this, and they get into kind of a philosophical debate at that point about well, the way the king says that no leader should ever do something and they get into the debate about the bridge crews at this point and that kind of stuff, and talk more about just to get into kind of a heated debate about it. And Dalinar shuts down Adolin as well about Sadius, saying even though he doesn't like Sadius, he wouldn't hurt Elhokar.
Right.
If you remember, Sadius was his decoy that night, and tried to give up his life for his father. So I don't think that's the case. And tells Adolin that Sadius is sworn to protect Elhokar at all costs. And would not further discuss Gulliver's last words either, because there was something that was brought up with that, and he was like, "Wait, he wrote? Like, men don't write. What do you mean he wrote something?"
Right.
Yeah.
Which, of course, we all know he didn't write Jack.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But again, dead men tell no tales.
Yep. So what do you think about this philosophical argument too about the whole you should do anything that you help a man do, you should be willing to do yourself kind of thing. And Sadius's response to it. It's kind of like,
I like this exchange.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like this is the type of thing that keeps coming up in like when royalty talks to each other and like in all literature, and it's like, well, you should be able to do what your janitor does. You should be able to do whatever. And, people always come back and like, I don't want to, my time is way too valuable to do that, that kind of thing. And it's like, I shouldn't sully my hands with that, when I could be, leading and directing a nation or whatever. So
yeah, that's one thing. I mean, there are some companies like that. Not so much like First Enterprises, for example. For the longest time, Ferguson. Now it's a New York Stock Exchange company and everything like that. It's not the same as it was when it started out years and years ago. It was a small distribution company, but they used to have a policy where everybody that worked had to start in the warehouse. Even if you're a college grad, or you have to do like a month in the warehouse before you even move to the sales desk. Like if you're destined for management, everyone had to go work in the warehouse.
The company I used to work at was actually pretty good for that because it was a greenhouse and it was owned by a family. So it was like the grandfather started, then his sons took it over, and their sons worked, and everybody in the family worked in the greenhouse, like in the warehouse and the crappy parts. Like they know how to do everything. And we had like the office people that were in sales, and when we were really busy, like the sales people would come and help us out too. So like it was really cool. I liked that a lot. It made me really respect the company.
Of course, all I think of is that episode of The Office where Michael Scott and all the people from the office they go downstairs to the warehouse and they destroy it. They make a mess.
They weren't good at it, but
they make a mess, and then they do that whole thing where they did the styrofoam peanuts and they blew them all over the place, and they show it at the very end, and they're going upstairs, and Daryl's just looking around like, who's going to clean this up? And they all like just ran off.
Yeah, I remember that.
Pretty
much. I mean, it wasn't that bad, but I mean, like people that are in there all the time versus people that are just coming in to help. Like sometimes they kind of just get in the way, but so like it's the gesture, you know. It's
So after that argument, that's when this says everything about Sadius, and then I guess Elhokar comes back, and Dalinar tells Elhokar that thinks that there might have been something with the saddle, and then they start arguing because Elhokar's insisting that someone's trying to kill him, and Dalinar's insisting that Elhokar's overreacting. That you're going to look into it.
Which is why he shouldn't have said anything anyway. But that's right. But he was already suspecting it, though. That's right. I forgot. He already had asked about what was going on with.
He thinks everyone's trying to kill him.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's on that conspiracy theory.
Interesting that he'll throw himself in the line of danger via Chasm Fiend, but he's afraid of somebody coming to kill him.
Yeah.
Like he's not afraid of death, right? It doesn't seem.
Well, there's a difference between not being afraid of death and just being way too cavalier for your own good, which is what I think he is. I think he's just too cavalier.
Sure.
Gotcha.
I don't think it's like a boldness. I think it's just stupidity. What do they call that? The person who rushes in, fools, rush in kind of thing. Yeah. I feel like he's on that spectrum. I don't think he's very bright.
Well, it's like there's a quote. I'm going to butcher the quote, but it's the gist of it is, when you see something that's dangerous and you rush in anyway, even though you might be hurt, that's called bravery. And when you see something that might hurt you and you rush in anyway and you do it, it's called stupidity. And this is why life is hard.
I've heard that quote. I know exactly what quote you're talking about.
Yeah, butcher the quote, but it
talks about the difference between bravery and stupidity.
Yeah, it's like there's not much difference.
Yeah, no,
it just depends on
it's a fine line.
There's a fine line between the two.
Yeah.
Anyway, Elhokar leaves. Dalinar sends Adolin to prepare soldiers to move out. And as the camp begins to move on back, Dalinar reflects to the failure, tries to determine what the Gavilar's last words meant. And he's still trying to protect his nephew too, Elhokar. So it's that's how we end this chapter. It's just
nice. There was actually a ton in this chapter.
There was.
It was like 1 hour, right? So it's quite
Lots
a bit.
Of information.
But the end, though, I thought it was really fitting. And I felt like it came full circle because the end talks about the old man that's actually carrying. Well, I don't know if he's an old man, but the guy was carrying a stone that was about the size, bigger than the size of his head. He was carrying on his back. That the king actually got out of the chariot he was in, carriage, right, to get out to help carry the boulder.
Right.
And I missed that.
Huh?
I missed that part.
Yeah, there's a very interesting
chapter. Story. Yeah.
And it's when he's recounting part of the Way of Kings that he's read, right?
Yeah.
Or was recounted to him.
Because can't read.
Yeah. So he's talking about that. And then he talks about how the reverence that the people around him have watching him carry the boulder or the rock is what makes it so special. It's like, well, there's like this whole thing about it doesn't make a difference who it was carrying the rock. It's the fact that you're actually doing this thing.
Right.
And I felt like that was so particularly placed there because what we just saw Kaladin do
Mhm.
with the board. That's exactly what was happening.
Right.
He was walking up and down. He was doing his exercising. He didn't ask anybody to do anything or whatever, but people were just like
Right.
in awe of just watching him just do this thing. It didn't make a
Right.
difference what status or station he was in, because there was like
Mhm.
soldiers stopped. Everybody stopped to watch him do this.
Mhm.
And that's kind of what the parable that came up at the end. I feel like it was just trying to pull that all full circle. So I thought it was really well, kind of joined together. The 2 chapters back to back, still kind of
Right.
recounting the same type of parable. One in action, one recounting from scripture or text or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So there's one thing that came up in this chapter that I wanted to get your thoughts on, and that was when Dalinar was talking about Adolin's hair and how parts of his hair naturally are black and parts of his hair naturally are blonde, and that the blonde comes from his mother, but he can't remember at all.
Right.
Like, what do you think? How do you like?
And then it was the way it was described about how the
It's like a
memories
blur.
don't come to
Mhm.
him. It's like it almost feels like the way it was described, like the memories are like purposefully blocked or something.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
mean, I found it really odd. I mean,
Mhm.
because it's like he's
Yeah,
trying
it's
to
odd.
remember, but it's like it's almost like something is preventing him from remembering.
Yeah.
It's
And so I
almost like
found
he
it
has like a head injury that's almost like just specific to this one person. Just very odd.
right.
Dalinar is Jason Bourne, and
There it is. Mystery solved. There it is. Alan just ruined the whole book.
Just-
There it
Way to
is.
go,
There it is.
Alan. Now we don't even need to read
To
anymore.
read the rest
Nope.
of it, it's
Don't need to read anymore.
this is the prequel to Jason Bourne series. And,
Yep, exactly. Now
yeah.
we know.
It ends with
Mhm.
the Bourne supremacy, and it's
Yep.
Yeah. Like whole memories with other people in the room, and then just
and it's fuzzed out,
blur of a person.
buzzed out like white noise.
Yeah.
Yeah. So crazy.
Yeah.
All I could think of was that scene in like scenes in Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind. It was like,
Okay.
like just like certain faces were just like blurred and
Mhm.
all that.
Very strange.
That's the way it sounded like to me when you were describing it. I was like, yeah, you just can't.
Dalinar
Yeah.
took one too many
Can't see
bonks to the noggin. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just wondering if
Yeah.
you have any like theories
Like
about
John Cena, you can't see me.
You can't.
that.
Yes.
John.
Also, it's really cool that people can naturally have 2 different types of hair at the same time.
Yeah.
I like that.
Why
They
not?
don't just like pick one like gene or like recessive gene. It's just like
Yeah. I
pick
mean, look,
both.
I got some gray. I got some brown.
Well, I mean, I know that it happens. In
Or like those people. What is this? What's
but
it?
you know what I
Oh.
mean? Like just having naturally like that.
Chromatic.
happen is
What's
just
it when you have
kinda
2 different color eyes?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
something chromatic.
heterochromia.
Heterochromia. Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Oh.
Okay. Got it.
Heterochromia. Yeah.
Yeah, heterochromia.
Got it. Okay.
One of my coworkers has it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, my
There's
cousin
a lot
has
of there's
that.
like
It's
a
got
whole
one
thing
blue
about
and one
actors,
green.
famous actors who have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
I think it's really cool.
Really, really cool. Anyway, so that's pretty much how we end this chapter. Yeah. Any other final thoughts or anything we missed? Lots of good debate, lots of good philosophy going on, but it's
Yeah. A lot of philosophy, yes.
there you go. We were close.
Heterochromia. That's
Okay, so I think I knew Chromia was in there somewhere, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Chrome. I knew Chrome was in there, not Chromia.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So nothing we missed. A favorite character. What to choose from.
Well, I think I went first last week, so you can go first this week.
Oh well, definitely Drowning Pool. I mean,
Drowning Pool is your favorite character?
Four.
I mean, can it not be Drowning Pool? I mean,
I think it could be Drowning Pool. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Drowning Pool just because they count to 4.
Just 'cause it gets four.
I love it.
There you go.
The one time I will choose something that's not even in the book. I get one.
You say that now.
I
There's
say
so many
one.
books
We're like on our
Orlando
5th
for
or
so
6th
many
book.
years.
This is my
With so many books, so many years we
There's
have.
so many
ahead
books
of
in so
us.
many years. I think it should be like one time per year or one
okay.
time per book.
This is my one. This is my
That's
one.
my one.
My one joke answer.
Yeah.
Trying-
Well, my favorite character was Dalinar's horse. So, and he
Aw.
gets 2 crisp
he gets 2
melons, and
He
he
gets,
better
he gets.
eat
Oh,
those
we
melons
brushed over that. He gets.
because
Yeah,
he
he gets.
deserved them.
And he was, I don't deserve the melons. He's
I
like,
don't
"You're
deserve them. I
good.
did
Melons.
bad
Sure
today.
does.
No, you did so good. You eat those
You're a
melons.
good boy.
You're such a
You
good
eat the
boy.
melon. Boy,
Also,
your
I
melon.
have something in my safe hand. If someone
Ooh,
can
she got
guess
something in her
what's in
safe
my
hand.
safe hand,
Ooh.
Alan will. No, I'm just kidding.
Alan will give you.
Alan will send you a book. That's not gonna happen. I'm just kidding. It's for fun.
Fun.
Oh, okay.
Funsies. What's in the safe hand?
What's inside my safe
What's in the
hand?
box?
I
Oh.
always
Hand.
wanna
A hand.
know.
A hand. I know it's a hand. It's
Oh,
a hand.
man.
It's definitely a hand.
Low hanging fruit.
Well, yes, but there's something else.
I forgot his horse's name. Yeah, I can't remember. He got down his horse's. What's
Is it smaller than a bread box? I don't know. I mean,
Yes.
yeah. You can give us one hint. How about that? Wait, or maybe can you give us one hint? Oh, wait. Is it?
It fits in my safe hand.
It fits in your hand. Is it something you typically put in your?
the name of his horse is Gallant.
Gallant. Yes.
Oh,
It's not candy. It does not
Is it
melt.
smaller than your Santa hat?
It is smaller than my Santa hat.
Mm.
A smaller Santa hat.
Oh, it's like Russian dolls. There's like a smaller hat under the smaller hat.
Is it electrical?
It is not electrical. All right, a little bit. A couple more guesses, then I'll just show you.
Let's see. We already said
It's a rock.
That's
A rock.
good
A
guess.
small rock.
It
Die?
is a small rock.
Is it?
It's my tiny little gem heart.
All right.
Oh, nice.
I'll send myself a book. All right.
Good job, Alan.
Alan,
And
well
also,
done,
it was
man.
almost a die, Dana. Dana Lou. Yeah, you guessed almost.
Yeah,
Almost.
Die was really close.
Yeah, my favorite character is Wit. I'm gonna give it to Wit.
Yeah.
So
it's
Wit
not
is the
Jade.
character that I think is just too easy to choose every time he shows up. So I kind of refuse to choose him. But he's just too obvious. And
Yeah.
again, and I have a love-hate relationship with this guy.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I love his wittiness.
Mm-hmm.
Very witty.
It's very on the nose, his name.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Definitely. Yeah. What do you think his real name is? Because he's just the king's wit. So apparently there are lots of wits.
Hank.
Hank. That's a good one.
Tom
Hunky K.
Bombadil.
Tom Bombadil. Hunky K.
Hunky K, yes. Peter Sellers.
Peter Sellers. There we go.
We get to know his real name.
That is the best joke name
Mhm.
that's a real name, by the way. I've always felt that.
Do we find out his real name? Yes, we found his real name.
We do.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah. You knew that.
Why?
It's in this book. Not
Oh.
yet. Maybe I got there yet. But anyway,
Okay,
so
apparently I know. His name is Hank. Sorry, I gave it away.
give it away. It's Hank.
Sorry.
So 2 chapters next week. Just 2.
Oh, there must be long chapters.
They are. The first one, the one we do next week, starts with 7.5 years ago. And the name of that chapter 16, is Cocoons. Cocoons.
Cocoons. Okay.
And then chapter 17 is A Bloody Red Sunset. Doesn't sound good.
Both of those things sound like something that can relate to dumbass wasps.
So one more thing. So Kaladin said, "I'm not letting anyone else die in this bridge crew."
Oh.
Yeah,
How
he
many
did.
people do you think are still gonna die? The answer is A, all of them.
B.
The one that we like the most. Or C.
No, you know what? Every 5 seconds in that chapter, when they're doing the next bridge run, he's gonna be like, "Starting now." No, wait.
Starting now.
Starting now.
Now, no one else does.
Starting now. He's gonna keep
The one
revising
that
that thing as
looks
he goes
C is
along.
the one that looks most like his little brother.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 So many options.
So many
Yes.
options.
Or who knows? Maybe none of them will.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't hold out a lot of hope because he's got not much autonomy. I mean, unless he starts saying we're gonna start breaking rules and being like, "Screw you, we're gonna do kill us. We're carrying the bridge."
Yeah.
That's the only way I can see that happening. But
Yeah.
where's he gonna get armor for his people? Just
Yeah.
out of the blue, and just be like, "Hey, I'm gonna arm 35 people," and just quietly, secretly.
Maybe he'll start like picking pieces off of those chasm fiends.
Yeah. Get some carapace.
Oh, just get some carapace off the ground. Just as you're running, if you just kick a piece of carapace.
Yeah.
That's actually a song. I don't know if you heard. Kick a piece of carapace, and then, you just you just put it on.
Yeah.
It gets the kids to sleeping.
So so that's what we'll do next week. So it'll be fun. Oh, if you guys can. I mean, it's New Year's Eve, and I got nothing going on that Monday. So.
Oh, that's right. I'm traveling.
Are you traveling? Okay.
Wait.
That would be the 30th.
Yeah, I will be in St. Louis.
St. Louis. Hopefully not the east part of St. Louis.
Yeah,
okay, so
to
you
event
call
there.
it St. Louis too. Okay, so I
don't. I just say that just out of respect.
It's Orlando. You got me because I was saying that at JordanCon because I was going there like as my first stop after my drive, and then I was saying it like I thought that's what it was called, and then someone was like, "Did you just call it St. Louis?" And I'm like,
I only say it that way in one instance, and that's when I refer to Meet Me in St. Louis, which is this play. And
so for me, like Louis is Louis and Lewis is Lewis. So
no, Lewis is also Louis too.
Well, yes, I know that now, but in my brain back then, I did not.
So we're gonna take next week off. So in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, again, I could try to do it, but
2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. We'll do it.
Don't worry about
we'll do it into the year. It's fine. It's the end of the year. It's fine.
Okay.
It's Christmas this week. We have New Year's Eve. The What Reads is off this week and next week for New Year's Eve and for Christmas Eve. So
because I don't know what the settings will be, like where I'm at and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we'll take some breaks. It's fine.
Okay.
So we'll be finishing this book in June now. Hooray. Happy solstice. Yeah. Happy Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. All the good things.
Yes. Happy
Belated
holidays.
Belated solstice. Yeah.
All the things.
Yeah. Good old solstice.
Happy Saturnalia.
We are now getting longer days, finally. This darkness.
Man, it was crazy. It's like it was like the sunrise one day was like at 7:42 and the sunset was like at 4:14 p.m. I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, how short can a day get?
Yeah.
That was like 2 weeks ago or whenever it was, and I was like, they make them that short?
You gain 12 seconds of sun today. I guess in Alaska, you guys get those rapid changes in your sun time.
Jeez.
Of course,
12 seconds.
Stringfly, are you far enough north where you don't see the sun? Or is it always rise for you guys? You're 4 hours from Anchorage. Okay, that's you're not like Nome, Alaska, where it's just total darkness for part of the year.
I still wonder how I would deal with that.
Yeah, I have a friend of mine I went to high school with that is a radio DJ in Nome, Alaska. Lives out there year round, and it is, from what I hear, depressing this time of year.
I just wonder would I have like the insomnia reaction? Like I'm talking about the movie.
Summer.
I'm curious too,
like that movie, because I mean, my man Pacino, he starts to just lose his ish on that, and I'm like, I wonder would that be like that?
Mm-hmm.
And chasing Robin Williams all over to the city.
Yeah, exactly.
This guy's a murderer. How?
With wasps.
Oh no! Why did we have to call that bad?
Full circle. How did it full circle? All right. So, how we can be found is at thecausereads.com. I promise not to post any pictures of wasps on there, or babies, or peasants, or anything like that. It's all clean stuff there. We're gonna have, but there will be only hands eventually.
Get it?
There will be only hands merch that is coming. I did email our person again. It still wasn't working. Right?
Still not working.
It still came back bad. So I don't know if
okay,
you
I'll just redesign it. I'll just eventually.
Wait,
what happened?
One day I just haven't.
So whenever she puts it in a program and puts it in a vector file, which is so you can get super details, so you can make merch out of it.
And the one I made
it jumbles up the fonts. And it's like it's just being really
weird.
Being weird.
I've never seen that happen ever. It's the weirdest thing ever. Yeah, because the one I made is a vector, like, and I've never had a problem with working with that before and sending it for stuff.
Wow.
And it's just those fonts.
Yeah, because if you send like a JPEG, it's a horrible quality, and you can't make it.
So,
Well, a
like, the
JPEG, but
JPEG I
JPEG is not a
sent
vector though.
Was a screenshot.
It's not vector. Yeah, so
But I
screenshots and
actually-
like
I also sent you the SVG.
But you also sent me the SVG. and I
SVG,
sent,
right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, I sent the
SVG,
SVG to her. And
it should make
screwed
a
up all
difference because isn't it
Yeah,
flattened
that's
once
so
you've actually
odd.
vectorized it?
Yeah,
It shouldn't be
Should-
separating the
Exactly.
font from the actual image, right?
but the font's all getting screwed up. It's
I don't
weird.
know. It
It's
like
something's going
completely
on.
changes the font. It doesn't make them like pixelated or look weird. It puts
It just
entire
entire
new fonts
font.
in.
No
Yeah.
kidding.
It messes
Can you do
everything
me
up.
a favor? Send it to me. I want to see if I open it in a program, does it do the same thing?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just if you get an opportunity,
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just
again,
I'll just
Alondo at
send it Discord.
gmail.com. Straightforward. So
Okay.
There you go.
I'm curious just to kind of
Cool.
see what
It's
happens.
very odd.
I'm so curious.
Yeah.
Really odd. I've
that
never
is
had
odd.
that happen with the SVG file.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Mm.
Well, go find us there. Get some merch when we get more of it. We have Scott Stank stuff. We have Cosme Reed's logo stuff, but we'll get more. So yeah, we'll get all that.
Let's make a Kids Bop version of that.
Like, yeah, kids.
No more kids pop.
And-
Oh my god.
No more kids Bob. No more
No
kids
more
Bob.
Kids Bop.
No more
No
Kids
more.
No more.
That's
We're done.
enough.
We're done. So before we get canceled, make sure to like, subscribe, and do all those fun things.
Quickly. We're getting closer every episode, people.
Every episode. To where we're canceled and no longer allowed on YouTube.
No. PTAs are gonna start coming after us. They're like, nope, that's enough.
Nope.
Alonzo, I
Joe
wonder
is
how
not
many emails you're
appropriate.
gonna get from people now.
Oh, it's not hard to track me down.
Maybe you'll just get emails from like Cambodia or wherever our new
Yeah.
followers
I get
are.
emails all the because I have a very short name and I own Alondo on every platform, including Alondo.com. So
Oh my gosh, you could. Do you have
Yeah.
anything on it? Like, have you made
yeah, I
like,
actually
your
have a
own
blog
website?
and all that kind of stuff. Yep, I got a website. The whole deal.
Is it like pictures of you and your travels, or like what's on
No,
there?
that's a whole different website, but I only give that one out to people that I like and trust.
Okay.
So now, if you want that,
That
problem.
onlyfans.com
right.
Alondo.
Yeah.
OnlyAlondo.com.
Only Alondo.
It's only dough.
Only
Only
dough.
Alondo.
Yep. But that's actually all of our anniversary travels, like where we travel, like like I haven't put up the South America pictures yet, which I gotta get on top of. But but all the pictures from our travels, they're on
Okay.
that website. So
OnlyFans.
it's easy if friends want to see stuff because I don't post on Facebook because I'm not really a social media guy. But yeah, when I get the pictures up and everything, but you can go there. I will send the website to you, Tree, so that we can go check it out. It's like all of our travels.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
Perfect.
Sounds good. Well, that's all I got for this week. So see you guys in 2 weeks.
All right.
Yay,
Happy holidays, everyone.
Thank you for watching the Cosmere Reads.
God stink, Scott stay fresh. God stink, Scott stay fresh.